Think about it. $15 an hour 10 years later is now the equivalent of about $5 an hour when they first proposed the bill. Now, I'm glad to say that when the Democrats take the House and the presidency, the minimum wage is going to skyrocket. I've done a little bit of analysis, and I just wanted to hop on here quick to show you how minimum wage and equality are inextricably linked. And as we increase minimum wage, we increase equality. Not only that, but I'm also going to make a very strong argument for universal basic minimum wage. So what I'm basically trying to tell you right now is $15 an hour is exactly what every breathing person should receive for every hour they're awake every day. That's minimum wage. That is working for a lot of us. A lot of us out here are suffering. We have problems, we have difficulties, we're hungry, we're tired, but we're still awake. We should be getting some minimum wage to compensate us for our inability to earn money at a corporate job. Makes sense. It's basic. I mean, this is a basic human right. And when you look at the economy and you look at how strong these markets are, yet you and I, the regular people, are unable to profit or benefit in any way from this because we have been given a bad hand. We're not asking for a handout. We're asking for a hand up. Let me show you a chart that I just put together after thousands of hours of research. Here we go. Now, if you take a look at this chart, you can see that minimum wage of $20 an hour, I'm just going to outline that here, $20 an hour minimum wage is just barely enough to get us to inequality. Now I'm talking here about working. I'm talking about people who are working. So if you're getting $20 an hour to actually go to a corporate job, this is without regard to the UBI. That's the universal basic income I was just speaking about a moment ago. And that, when we get into office, will be on top of this. So if you were at $20 an hour wage at a corporate job, you'd be getting $35 an hour. Okay. Now, that's still not enough to even get close to equality. You can see, based on my research, as we get up to $40 an hour, we're in the yellow zone. Okay? That's not equality. It's not even close. We're just yellow. We're just getting a little bit closer, but we're nowhere near equal. You see this line at the top? This line, you can't even see it. It's so high off. But this line at the very top, this is the line of basic equality, where everybody is getting a fair shake in this world. Now, let me just outline this a little bit more clearly with these red marks. So here's where we are. Here's what we're talking about. Oops. Hold on one second. Just give me 1 second. Okay. So here's what we're talking about right here. This orange zone. This is $40 an hour. Again, based on my research. Now, if we look at what happens when we get up to $80 an hour, this is $80 an hour for working a corporate job. We're starting to get to a point where we're not equal, but we're getting more closer to better and equaler. Okay? Now, finally, as we get up to the $100 plus range, finally, we're reaching the point of near equilibrium. Now, the problem with this is, as soon as everybody's making $100 an hour at their corporate job, so you add the $15, you get $115 an hour. As soon as everybody working in any position, so this is entry-level positions, is making $115 an hour, the elites will figure out a way to take that money away from us. So we, the common people, will always be put down by these elitists. But it doesn't have to be that way, because what we can do is we can elect a Democratic president who can come in and tax the elitists. So it's not just about getting the pay that we deserve for the work that we're doing. It's also about taking from the thieves to give back to us what we deserve. Again, let me remind you, a lot of us out here are struggling. Like, we're truly struggling. Just getting up in the morning that's more work than most people do in a full day. You know, I don't know, most people probably work 6 hours a day or even 7.